Hello for the first time or welcome back. Whichever one applies to you, that's the intro that I want you to use for this video. So we are back with part 4 of DC. Now this story, there is basically no lead in. It just starts with round 4 fight on the first page. And we have the Absolute team, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, and Booster Gold versus mainline Superman, the Joker, Lex Luthor, and Wonder Woman. And Absolute Superman is not pulling any punches. He hits Clark immediately with the power of a supernova, and then he's just punching him with his cape. And Superman has never seen anything like this. That's when Diana pulls him off, but Absolute Wonder Woman comes in with her gigantic sword and her skeleton Pegasus and just cuts right between the two of them. And that's when Lex Luthor sees Absolute Batman running straight at him, and he's about to fire off this one last big blast of energy that he has, but he decides against it, and he actually tells the Joker to just shoot him. But that's when something that is honestly pretty annoying happens. The Joker goes, well, I want to change sides. And even Booster Gold, Darkside, goes, you can't do that. And he's like, why not? It's not in the rules that I can't change sides. And then he does, and he becomes a parademon. So, okay. And that's when Clark and Diana and even Lex are like, who are these beings? Where did they come from? And that's when Booster finally reveals that he's Darkseid and just says, kill them all. So mainline Diana is fighting Absolute Diana, and it is amazing because she finally gets to lasso a horse. And now, actually, Sacrifice, which is Absolute Wonder Woman's lasso, it does something different, and she transforms into a Hydra. We cut back over to the Supermen, and they basically hit each other with the force of an atomic bomb. And Clark is able to reabsorb that energy so that nobody else got killed, but it's not even enough to push back Absolute Superman. Now we cut over to the Joker actually ripping the kryptonite out of Lex Luthor's suit. He throws it to Absolute Batman. This is the craziest play that I've ever seen. Absolute Batman, which we all know that his horns or at the top of his cowl actually come out and they're knives. He rips out the ones that he has, and then he sticks in the kryptonite so that he can run directly at Superman and just hit Clark right in the back. And that's when they all start to feel it. They all start to notice a shift. Somebody's coming. And of course, it is Batman. And he stabs Joker right through the chest and says, bang. And that's when Clark and Batman are talking to each other. And Batman's like, who's the kid? Referring to Absolute Superman. And he's like, a different version of me? And he goes, you know what? Go get him. I'll take care of mine, because we flipped the page and he's face to face with Absolute Batman, which is a fight everybody's been waiting to see. Now, this kind of corrupted version of Absolute Batman is a lot slower, it seems, than our mainline Batman, who seems more nimble and able to get out of the way of some stuff and is able to throw some gas bombs and things like that. But remember, Absolute Batman's cape is actually like tentacles. So basically he just sends these things out. They rip into Bruce's shoulders and just throw them across the arena. And that's when we see Diana just ripping through Absolute Wonder Woman's, shape-shifted form and bringing her back. And that's when we see Clark is just wailing on Absolute Superman. And he goes to hit him one more time with an uppercut that he's pretty sure will be able to break a god's concentration, because he realizes that Darkseid is in all of their minds controlling them. So he's trying to break his concentration, reach through to him, and he does. Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and Absolute Superman wake up, and they're like, is it over? Did we do it? Are we back? And that's when Lex notices that no, they're not back. He didn't break any concentration with that punch. Darkseid let them go because he's here. And we get this amazing shot that actually reminds me of Justice League Unlimited. I wonder if they were trying to kind of reference this, but we get this amazing shot of both the mainstream mainline heroes and their absolute counterparts all going to fight Darkseid at the same time. But Darkseid is ready for them, and in just a moment, they're all gone. And the only person that was able to withstand any of this, seemingly, is Clark, and accidentally is Lex, because Lex was standing behind him when Clark absorbed the blast from Darkseid. And that's when Darkseid says something curious. He says, I'm waiting. And that's when Superman says to Lex, you know, come on, he's waiting. Let's go get him. And Lex is like, that's not what he's waiting for. He's waiting for a winner. And in that moment, that gigantic blast that Lex was actually saving, he uses it on Superman and takes out Clark. We seemingly have the final matchup, which is going to be Lex Luthor versus Darkseid. So it seems as though we're going to get our conclusion in DCKO number 5. We will finally figure out who the King Omega is going to be and what the reset of the DC universe is actually going to look like. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that story as much as I enjoyed telling it to you. And remember, drink water, go be kind, and I'll see you next time. Peace.